Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian.is.weird. So today I'm going to keep on working on whips. I know that this is my second live of the day, and you're probably tired of seeing me, but here I am, so sorry about it. So I will be working on the doll that I want to work on. I finished the arm part of the pattern, so I just kind of I freehanded it, but also wrote it down. And I am going to uh, do the other arm. The other arm is at a different angle, so I'm going to slightly change the pattern, and hopefully everything just lines up like it needs to. Um, but the arm kind of fits at an angle, so got this top like this. So we're going to work on this. I already completed the hands, which I completed them, but I might redo them in a smaller hook size because like I feel like I need I need my doll to have smaller hands than this. I know they don't look beautiful, but I'm gonna pin them in place. Now I did have them done before, and I just wasn't really living and breathing the fantasy. So I'm going to try to see if I can do them a little bit better and see if they fit everything else. And if they don't, I'm going to have to go down a hook size or 2 or 8 because I did them with a uh, 1.75 millimeter hook, and I think I might drop it to a 1.25 millimeter hook, especially because there is another accessory that needs to be crocheted. I could try to do it without crocheting it and just have it be like made out of something else, but I'd like to write the pattern fully in for crochet. And if I change, hey Lydia, I almost said hey Ian, but that's what you said. But we'll see. So I'm currently working on the companion arm to this arm right here. And this is a pattern that I wrote for, or am writing for, one of my whips that I've been teasing for just so damn long. And I really want to get it done, but it's just so much that I haven't done before, and I constantly kind of put it to the back burner because I'm like, oh, this is a little difficult. I don't really know where to go with this, so I'm just gonna not do this. So the only place that I use the smallest hook size in my pattern thus far is on the hands, and to do the accessory that is needed that accessory goes in the hands. So I feel like I should drop my hook size, but I just made the hands and they're kind of big, so I don't know. I guess I'm alright. Lydia, how are you? Doing better than I was last night. I did order some Furls hooks because I did ask on Army of Weirdos. I've just been kind of waiting for the Scorpio collection to come out, and I just don't know when that'll be. So, but I really, really like the Cancer hooks that they just dropped from the Zodiac line. So I decided to go ahead and do that. Let me double check that I'm in the right. So, okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have one more row. So Nightbot decided to just drop a lot at once, which doesn't make sense because all the timers are at least 15 minutes. But okay, whatever. I don't think I'll ever understand Nightbot, and I guess I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's easy to overdo it when you're cleaning. Just gotta sometimes take breaks before we're in pain, before we so we don't hurt ourselves. Just kind of take it little by little until we kind of really know ourselves. But unfortunately, that's just kind of what can happen. I'm sorry you're in pain, though. Okay, so now for the next row, I'm going to do my decrease. I'm going to do it in visual decrease. I want to work on more to take breaks an hour and a half, took a cat nap. That's nice. Let's see, and then there's 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then decrease, and then do 4 more stitches. 1, 2, 3. How was last night? Not great actually, but I decided to stay home and not go out for Pride, so that was a different kind of experience for me to miss Pride, but that's okay. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get my accounts right. Okay, so that was row 8, and then row 9 and row 10. I'm just keeping it the same. There is Pride pretty much everywhere, but some places don't have Pride, and they're constantly trying to bring it to the area. Some people do have to travel for Pride, but most places now are starting to kind of have it be a lot more accessible to people, because it sucks not having it around, even if it's a smaller like day festival. the gays are everywhere, so. But sometimes you do have to look quite hard for it, or travel for it. I remember when I was younger and came out, I think we had to travel about an hour to the local pride. Now there's one in the city I'm in a suburb of. And so I don't have to travel as far. Traffic is still bitch, but traffic and parking. There's also a lot of virtual pride events. For those who can't get out or do live in places that don't have events easily accessible. I don't know. I don't know how my weather is. I don't go outside. I don't have to. It's probably unbearably hot and unbearably humid. It's kind of how it is here. I love the South for the humidity that we just never get a break from. Oh, I almost skipped a stitch right there. My stitches got really tight for a second. I have a bunch of projects that I do want to start, but I don't want to start anymore until I work on the whips that I talked about. My previous live was all me going through the whips that I have. Some of them I'm never going to finish, and I'm probably just going to frog and repurpose, but that's just kind of what I will have to do. Okay. We are in a heat warning. I don't know if I've ever been warned about the heat. It just gets really hot here. But I'm sorry to hear that. The heat is not fun. I know that there are a lot of places that don't have ACs because they just don't get heat like this often, and I can't imagine what that would be like, having never experienced that myself. Okay, let me try to figure out this. How would this arm face? Okay. Okay, because how I did this one. So how I did this one is I did. This isn't right. Oh, fuck. 5 stitches. Hey Mobs, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Sorry, I'm trying to write a pattern for the other arm of this right now, and I'm just kind of like, my brain is not computing. I guess it would be, it's kind of the same, it's just about how you position the arm on the body. Let's just have it be the same. I think that's fair, because one of them is more bent than the other, but I think I'm gonna put wire in addition to polyfill. So I think that you can just bend it, because I'm putting an elbow in it. So I kind of don't know what to do with like how to write these instructions, with how to give like a, like if you do a partial row, you do that a couple times, and then you come back and you do everything. Okay, let's just do like, I'm gonna do like R10.1. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this in Ribblr. It's gonna be annoying to write out. Like, if I could just give someone like the, I do like that Ribblr, I mean, it's nice that Ribblr has, like, the way that they structure things, is, nice and uniform. I do think that, like, there are some limitations based on patterns that are different on how you, go about things. So, oh wow, Nightbot is going bananas. Sorry about that. Again, I don't time them like to be this this is intense, so I don't know what's going on here, but sorry about that. 3, 4. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch into that same stitch. And then I'm going to turn. So did everyone have a good weekend? I hope everyone did. I know it wasn't the easiest weekend for me, but I hope that everyone else got a nice break. Oh my gosh, Sunita got so much done. Sunita's so good. Oh my gosh, she got some bunnies. Little giraffe. If you don't know who Sunita is a very, very sweet person. I met her through doing the hats for Hat Not Hate. She's very, very talented. She is very, very fast. She made a lot of things this weekend. She just posted. I love this yarn. Let's see what yarn this is. Hopefully she'll tell me. Hopefully she'll let me in on her secrets. Do you ever see something, and obviously you see a lot of great crochet work out there, but like, do you ever just see like the yarn someone used and you're like, I have to find out what that is? That's me all the time. I'm like, what are you using? Tell me your secrets. And then the worst thing is when it's Hobby Lobby, because you're like, fuck. That's my luck. Or it's hand dyed, and you're like, okay, well, okay, so I'm never gonna get my hands on it also. But that's okay. It's great that someone got to enjoy it. 2, 3, 4, 5. You were lazy all weekend? Well, it sounds like you needed the rest, so I'm glad you got to be a little lazy. You deserve it. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch. And then turn. We're going to go back in. Gotta make sure my stitch count stays accurate, because this can be a little tricky. 5. 3, 4. Nope. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing this kind of like what I imagine a sock pattern is like when you do the heel. Granted, I've never made socks. I've watched people make socks, but never made them myself because I'm too scared. I've tried. I've tried to make socks on my knitting machine, but I'm just not. I'm not that talented. I've tried so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it involves like getting stitches off of your machine, putting them back on, I know who is Sunita. What did she make? So Sunita, I'm friends with Sunita on Facebook. I don't know what her current channel name is. I know it used to be Sunita Makes Blue Hats, because she did a lot of work with Hat Not Hate. And I believe she still does every year. But she's just a really talented crocheter. Let's see if I can find her current YouTube channel. Anita. Nope. Oh my gosh, it just searched. I didn't want it to. Is it Sunita Makes Crochet Items? She's wonderful. She's very sweet. She's very creative. So there is Sunita's channel name if you want to go check her out. Two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Crap. Counts wrong. Okay, so take this one out too. First stitch is the one that's wrong. My dad is listening to the TV as loud as he possibly can because that's what my dad does. He believes that hearing aids are, only for outside purposes and also when he's not talking to me. Because my dad doesn't like to wear his hearing aids, and everyone in the house has to listen to whatever my dad's listening to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did this right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The TV is so loud, it's driving me nuts. Let's check the counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now that I've done that, we are building that bend in the elbow. Now this bend won't be as severe or significant. Even though we're crocheting the exact same, they're going to be different just based on how we stuck them and position them and pin them to the doll. So next we are going to do one single crochet in every stitch. Come here, little bitch. Bitch stitch. And go in. My stitches got super tight for a second. Hey, Zach, welcome in. I am working on some whips that I have. I did a video earlier today where I went through all my different whips that I've had for, some of them I've had for ages, some of them are relatively new and just things that I need to get done or like eventually. Some of them I'm going to take apart because I just don't, just not, for some reason, they're just not going to work out, and that's okay. But some of them I'm going to finish, and I just kind of got sidetracked based on orders coming in or, events happening. 2 lives for the next 2 weeks. Hopefully I click the right one tomorrow. Been there, done that. I've absolutely clicked the right click the wrong one. When I was doing like every day in May, or when I've like scheduled a bunch of lives, it's just like it gets very confusing. So I understand completely. Okay, and now I'm going to do one more row around. Now, this is a pretty... I don't know if it's complicated so much as it's just so many instructions. Because I really wanted to make a fairly detailed doll, and I've never made something like this, I kind of tried my best to do something totally different, and as a result, I hope it works out. But it's definitely a huge change for me to do something like this. So I'm hoping that I can get some pattern testers in that can see how the pattern goes and tell me what they think, help me make the pattern even better, because feedback is a gift indeed. I don't want to click my birthday live. It's not my birthday tomorrow. Well, just act like it's your birthday live every live you do. Celebrate your birthday all the time. Once, I think I would prefer if I had pattern testers that were not on Ribblr, because this is just such a complicated pattern. There's just so many parts of it that the way that Ribblr is structured, you have to have everything in their format, and I don't want to type that out. Typing out my awareness ribbon pattern, because it had like half of them had like 2 layers, was just such a pain in the ass. Two, three, four. Wow, Nightbot is on some shit right now. I don't know, like my timers are literally not at the same time, so I don't know why it's like I have to do all of these things at the same time. Oh, that reminds me, I should use my ergonomic pillow. I set this off to the side when I did my when I showed all my whips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, and I watched a lot of cute movies. Zach just fart. It's okay. You didn't need to let everyone. You don't have to tell everyone that you're gonna do it. You could just done it, and we would have been none the wiser. But it's okay. You're allowed to. I grant you permission to have normal human bodily functions. That's okay. And then I'm gonna do a decrease right there. I have like this I cut my nails because they were just getting like longer, but like sometimes when you cut your nails and like they're not like perfectly smooth or whatever, they like it can catch on your yarn and be really annoying. That's what's happening right now. case anybody, cared. Okay, and now we do a couple rows of no change. God, my dad's TV is so loud. Okay, now we're on row 14. I might have to go and listen to anything else other than my dad's TV, because if I don't have music on, I get like misophonia or whatever, just that nagging, I just it makes it just I want to just throw things. Movie Up. I want to see the movie Up. It's very good. The beginning is very sad. Actually, I don't know if I've ever finished it, if I'm being honest. I just know that the beginning's sad. I watched about halfway through. To me, I thought it was a little boring, so it lost me. Let's see, this weekend I watched the live action Mulan, the animated Mulan. I watched a lot of Disney. I felt like I just needed some Disney, just wholesome, just good, lighthearted stuff. Um, uh, okay, so now we're on row 15. Let's see, what else did I watch? Let's see. I watched Encanto. Is Hocus Pocus 1 or Hocus Pocus 2 better? I've never seen either. I just want opinions. No one will ever tell you that Hocus Pocus 2 is better than Hocus Pocus 1. Hocus Pocus 1 is very good. It is a classic. It is a great Halloween movie. Lots of really just great moments in it. Even as someone watching it for the first time, because some things you kind of have to be there for, you kind of have to have the nostalgia factor. Hocus Pocus 1 is very, very good. I do like it a lot. Hocus Pocus 2 did not live up to the original. I don't believe it was as bad as a lot of people thought it was. Now, when it came out, was I pretty disappointed in it? I will be honest that yes, I was. But I've watched it since, and it's not that bad. And I've heard that they're trying to make a third one, which I don't really know how they'll do it based on how they ended the last one, but okay. Um, and uh, and so we'll have to see about that. I personally and also you kind of have to see the first one to see the second one. It doesn't really fill in any gaps. In fact, if you haven't seen it, I don't know how you would follow the storyline personally. But that's just me and most people. 16. Hey, no need to apologize for asking questions. You're always allowed to ask questions here, even if I'm trying to speak through a stitch marker. 16. 17. 18. Oh, no. So that's not what I'm counting. I'm counting rows, not stitches. Oops. What is a movie you've seen you wouldn't watch again? Mine would be 50 First Dates. I don't know. I thought that movie was really cute, but I was thinking about that movie the other day, as a matter of fact. But everyone's got movies they like and don't like. That's fine. I mean, I think that there are a lot of movies that I wouldn't watch again. For me, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think I will watch the Barbie movie again. Um, I don't think it was bad. I just didn't really like it. Um, and maybe it was because I just didn't really like get a lot of like the Barbie references. I felt like they like it was like here's a Barbie reference, like hold for like people to recognize it, and I was like I don't understand these references. I didn't play with Barbies. Like my wife loved it, so that's great. You know, it's great that she loved it. But for me, it was like I don't I don't get these. I don't get these at all. Yeah, so I probably won't watch Barbie again. Trying to figure out where. Okay, so this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, wait, no. 6. I just did 16. So I'm on 17. 17. Barbie Girl. Barbie Girl is a classic, but yeah, it can get stuck in your head. For sure. Imagine having been alive when that song was out because I'm a little older than you and recall the never ending that was just like on the radio all the time. I guess you're not. I mean, you're younger than me, but you're not an infant. So, but you were probably an infant when that song came out. I was fairly young, but who knows? You might have been alive. Okay, and that arm is done. 30 in 9 days. Yeah. Okay, so we're actually not that. I always think that you're younger, like a lot younger, and not in a bad way. Just I just assume that people are a lot younger than me. So here are the two arms. Boop 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 boop. They look like little like legs like this, but they're arms. Um, So the arms are done. The hands, I just don't feel like they're going to do the trick. So I feel like I need to decrease the size for my hands. Yeah, I think as I just don't feel like these are properly sized for. Yeah, you do look very young. They're not the worst. It's just not great, and I feel like if I got a smaller hook, I could get some more stitches in like I want them. Let me just give a try to the other hook size. I've been using steel hooks for these, and boy, am I thankful for this interchangeable hook. It's lifesaver. Okay, so let me try the 1.25. Figure if we're gonna go for, because I'm 32, but I always feel like I think you're like 23, because you do have just like that young, you just look real, real baby. Okay, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Definitely a good thing when you're fighting the hands of time. Okay, so I think I did the hands with a magic circle. Why is my dad? Why must he do things so loud? It drives me absolutely bonkers. Okay, so I made the hands before I made the. So I think, let's see how big this makes the hands, because I just don't love that they're the size that they are. I don't really love the fingers either, just how I did them, but they're just so hard to get as small as I want without just doing like a bunch of um, chains and then pinning them. Because originally I had like crocheted around and I had like I had this little wire hand in it. So it was posable, but then it just was like, it still was way too big for the rest of the doll. So I undid that and um, okay, so here, oh my gosh, I've never used a hook this small. What do I do? How do I crochet now? This is so weird. Ugh. I don't like that. Two. It's so small. Why would anyone do this? Splitting my yarn like crazy. And I don't have any more of this like flesh tone color. Five. I, ugh, I don't like how small this hook is. It's making me very anxious. Why is this in place? I just like I can't even like see. I can't see shit. I can't see shit. Okay, that did not. I've forgotten how to crochet because this is so small. Okay, I know how to crochet. do not fear this dreaded tiny little hook. You have more power over it than it has over you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this first thing is a stitch somehow. I think I just tore through it in like a weird way. Fucked it up. Sorry, I'm like having a crisis of faith right now. I'm like, oh, good God, this is awful. I don't even know where to put the stitch marker. 9. Oh my gosh, this is so tight. Why does it look bigger? Is it because the stitches are shorter? I don't understand this. Like, why? How did my... Oh no, this is... My hook is like kind of coming out of this because I put it a little too far in. Okay, so that's because I added too many stitches. Okay, well, let me just start this all over. I'm gonna try out different hook sizes with for the hand, because I'm not super happy at all one bit with the hand size that I got, but I also, especially because of the accessory that I need to do with it, but I really just don't know about this particular hook size. It's just so freaking small. So small. Like a 1.25 millimeter hook. I mean, it's non-existent. It's just non-existent. But anyways, so I'm gonna let you all go, but thank you for hanging out with me, and I